Holy Bible, I am what it says I am. I have what it says I have. I can accomplish whatever it says I can through the power that works in me and for me, to the glory of God. Amen.
To receive our pastor, senior pastor of Christian Mission Center, David Miller Sutton.
Amen. Let's give God a hand of praise. Let's remain standing. St. John 14, St. John 14 and 30. St. John 14 and 30. St. John, he's going to put it up on the board for those who don't have your Bible. Let me see your Bibles, your Bible apps, your phone. Amen. St. John 14, verse 30. I'll be reading from the Amplified Version of the King James. And it says, I will not speak with you much longer, for the ruler of the world, Satan, is coming, and he has no claim on me, no power over me, nor anything that he can use against me. My subject today is don't be fenced in. And our new series, which we started on Thursday night, on Wednesday night Bible study, is Overcoming the Prince of this world. Say with me, overcoming the Prince of this world. In order to overcome, we must transform our thinking. Our thought derives from St. John 10 and 10 says, the thief comes only in order to steal and kill and destroy. I came that they might have and enjoy life and have it in the abundance to the full until it overflows. You may be seated. Blessed be the name of God forever and ever. For wisdom, might are his. He changes the times and the seasons. He removes kings and raises up. He gives wisdom to the wise and knowledge to them that don't understand. He reveals the deep and secret things, for he knows what is in the darkness, and the light dwells with him. And I thank and praise thee, O God, for you always make known unto me what you desire from me. And it is my prayer this day that the word of my mouth, the meditation of my heart, be acceptable in thy sight. For you are my Lord, my God, my strength, and my redeemer. From this time forward and forevermore. Amen. I want you to just close your eyes. Everyone, just close your eyes and relax. And I want you to imagine a world where everything you ever desired came to pass. And the joy of prosperity is always manifested in your life. You have desire. Everything desire always came to pass. Always. Imagine living in a world like that. Can you see it? I want you to know and understand that this world was. But it only exists in the kingdom of God. Jesus died so we could have a relationship with God and obtain everything He promised to us in His Word. But those promises are only to those who would follow after all that is written in His Word. Everybody is not going to receive the promise, but the promise is for everyone. I said everybody is not going to receive the promise, but the promise is for everybody. only to those who receive the promise with their whole heart and their whole commitment will receive the promise from God. However, some believers really don't understand that they're living below the joy and prosperity that God intended us to live. I said joy and prosperity. We always choose the path with less resistance. Because we don't want to struggle. We don't want to go through. I learned something unique about God in reading the Old Testament scripture. I've been reading about the struggle of the children of Israel coming out of Egypt. I've been really concentrating on that because it's a different mindset that I see this now. I now see it as, listen, while you were in bondage, you had a certain way of thinking. And here comes God to free you from the way of bondage. But just because he took you out of a situation, don't mean your mind changed from the situation in which you were in. Pastor, what do you mean? Just because you out don't mean you free. Oh, I'm going to say it again. Just because you're out does not mean you're free. Because physically you can be out of bondage, but in your mind, you still on the plantation. So what God was doing, God had to really isolate the children of Israel and let them know and show them how much he cared for them. Pastor, what do you mean? They wandered in the wilderness. But they were never without God. But it caused some of them to say, listen, we ate better when we was in Egypt. But you never, that's because you never tasted heavenly food. See, the enemy comes to tell us, see, God just wants you to think that everything is wrong. But they say, don't do this, and don't do this. And the devil keeps telling you, well, what's wrong with this? What's wrong with this? And, you know, and why they telling you can't? Listen, that. Okay, I want you to get this. When God created the world, he said it was good. So everything in the world is good. But here comes Satan to corrupt everything that God created. And because of sin, now everything that God made is still good. But the way Satan presents it to you is not good for you. Well, the wine is made from the fruit of the vine. Oh yeah, it's good. Wine is good. But too much wine is not good for you. Because you don't know how to just take a sip. No, you want to down the whole bottle. And for this, some believers of Jesus Christ are living below the level of joy and prosperity God wants to give them. The reason for this is that we are more conformed to the ways of this world than we are transformed by the Word of God. If you keep seeing your life as the world sees their life, that means you're not transforming your mind through the Word of God. That still means you are on the plantation. You're free, but you still bound. See, nobody can listen. I'm not on nobody's plantation. I go and come as I will. I have free will. But the things that I used to do they still come to my mouth. And the devil, because those are the places, Dr. Hearns, that he had previous success, he keeps bringing them to me to fence me in. Although I'm not physically fenced in, but every time I go to get beyond what Satan brings to me, and if I stay bound by what he's presented to me, then I begin to fence myself in. In this series, we will explore how to overcome the prince of this world. Say that. How to overcome the prince of this world. See, we got to be overcome. We got to be overcome. Not just by words. Oh, okay. Not just by words. Not just by saying I'm an overcomer. No, we got to show some sense of being an overcomer. You cannot show me and tell me that you're an overcomer and you still in the first grade. But everybody in the class done went to the sixth grade. But you 13 years old in the first grade. Pastor, what do you mean? You've been in the church all your life, but you still. You're still laying on hands. You're still talking about baptism. You ain't moved past. It's impossible to stay under this kind of teaching and not grow. It's impossible. You know what? I'm talking about to somebody who's real interested in growing. Because if you're not interested in growing, you can go where you are and just sit and there. Yeah, at least I've been to church. I gave my time. I gave my offering. I even took communion. Because you know I'm baptized. Because you know I'm baptized. You know, I was baptized when I was 8. So you know I'm baptized. I got it in me. But who knows? Nudge your neighbor, say, wake up, don't go to sleep. In the text, Jesus says, I will not speak with you much longer, for the ruler of the world, Satan, is coming. Listen how significant this is what Jesus says. He said, and he has no claim on you. No power over, nor anything that he can use against you. Jesus said, he coming. Why is he coming? Because see, I done destroyed all his imps. I done been through principalities. I've been through powers. They try to have power. I beat them all. Now the prince is coming out. But I want you to know, he had no power over me. It's nothing that he no handles that are on me that I'm giving him to grab onto. Pastor, what are you talking about? See, at times, Satan comes because we still got these handles on. And he knows, I'm just going to hold on. And you try to go up, and he got that handle. I don't care what your handle is. Whatever binds you, that's Satan's hand. I'm not going into specifics because we know. We look in the mirror every morning. We know. Yeah, I still got that because here's how we look. We all fenced in, and we like home improvement. The next door neighbor. We never see it, but we see his eyes. He always right here. Hey, neighbor. First, we must understand Satan's plan. The problem with the believer today is we don't understand Satan's plan. We don't understand Satan's plan. Satan is not trying to kill you per se. He's trying to stop you from operating in the truth of God's word. We just think Satan, he's trying to kill me. We almost had an accident and Satan trying to kill me. No, he don't have power to kill nobody. But those who belong to him. Okay. That's enough. See, because he can't give life, he has to ask permission to take it. So understanding that Satan's plan is to stop us from operating in the truth of God's word. If he can influence the believer to stop abiding and acting upon God's word, he can and will deceive. He can discourage and scare you out of what God already has for you. You start operating in his lies or believing his lies. You ain't gonna shoot him. That's what he told you. You ain't gonna die. He just don't want you to be like him, having knowledge and understanding of good and evil. But what he failed to disclose to Eve that she wasn't going to die right now. See, he just said you ain't going to die. And that was enticing. You know how you try to catch somebody. I just want that to marinate. Anytime a believer got to sneak to do something, it's sin. Okay, let me keep on moving. Listen. And once he discourages you and scare you out of what God has for you, then he can get you to entangle yourselves in sin and in the things of this world, and then he can keep you from enjoying the abundant life that Christ died for. That's his whole plan. He just does not want you to be happy because he's miserable. He knows his end. And y'all know misery loves company. Have you ever been around somebody that just hate to see you happy? I don't care what it is. It's a small thing. You know what? I found $10 to put some gas in my car. So what? That ain't what's $10. Really? You know, I was at Marshall's the other day, and I found this on the clearance rack, and it was yeah. You paid $3 for that. Instead of really? People just want you to feel what they feel. Soon as you start elevating, that's when they start talking about it. Oh, you too good to hang out with us? I didn't say that. You said it. So you think that. Well, you sure have changed. Well, praise the Lord, I'm changing. I'm growing. You should want to see me grow. No, you acting all fun. Really? How is that? Well, you know, we used to hook up and drink it, and you just don't put us down. Or you come and you just flossing with your water bottle everywhere you go. What? You at AA now, and you ain't told nobody? No, I'm making changes to better my life. I'm recognizing that the beer and all that was no good for me. So I recognize it. And And I just want to do better. Don't get so scared. Tell me, I don't want no explanation. Yes, you do. Because that's the testimony. Yeah. That's the testimony. No, I don't think I'm better than you. No, I'm just bettering through the word of God, because I want everything that God has for me. Clap your hands right there and give God some praise. Listen, because if Satan can keep us from reading and studying and meditating on the Word of God day and night, he can steal our divine destiny. Everybody in here has a divine destiny. And I want you to understand, if you broke today and you got to depend on God, that's a good thing. But the devil wants you to think that that's a bad thing. No, you so used to. Why you make me say stuff like this? You're so used to depending on your boo. And God said, okay, I'm going to strip everything and everybody from you. And the devil says, see, that's God. You all by yourself, children of Israel. No, what God is trying to show you is how much He cares about you. He cares about you so much that He don't want you to depend on nobody else but Him. He don't want you to trust nobody else but Him. So if that's what it takes to get you to learn how to trust Him, that He had to take you through a wilderness experience, then test me, Lord. Have your way. But because it hurts so much, you can never have a miracle if you don't allow yourself to be vulnerable. You will never experience the Red Sea if you don't get out of Pharaoh's house. That went over some of y'all heads. I ain't going to say it again either. Get the tape. He said, yes, say it again. You will never have a Red Sea experience if you don't get out of Pharaoh's house. You will never get the manna from heaven if you never cross the Red Sea. Because you're still in the land of your bondage. See, the reason why some of you haven't experienced the miracles is because you're still in the land of your bondage. I got children. Be quiet, because I'm going somewhere. This is why I'm telling you how to overcome the prince of this world. See, if you don't never have a miracle, that means you ain't trusting God. You lean into your own understanding. You lean into them 8 hours. You lean into that overtime. See, if all you got is your job, then you still bound. Listen, I want you to understand. See, Satan, this is Satan's trick to get you to trust in your own ability. I know the law of the land says that man must work by the sweat of his brow, but that's the law of the land. See, the new life in Christ Jesus have made me free from all that. Now, my God shall supply all my needs according to His riches. Oh, my God. Am I preaching? Oh my goodness. This is something else. I'm even amazed at some of the things I'm saying. Especially about this wilderness thing. I'm telling you. I've been talking to God about it. You do this to the children of Israel. And then you allowed some people who was always murmuring and complaining to not only experience all this, but but you never allowed them to go into the promised land. See, some of you murmurs and complaining, you're going to be fed in the church. You're going to have a job, but you're never going to get into the promised land because you still stuck in Egypt. Look at your neighbor. Tell your neighbor, neighbor, where you at? See, you don't worry. Cause see. I know the folks that are still in Egypt. I don't have to call no names. I look at your life. See, I'm a shepherd. And the shepherd looks out on the flock. And he knows the weak sheep. See, every now and then, the shepherd will get one of them rebellious sheep, and he'll break his leg. He'll break his leg. But if it fits, he'll break his leg, and then he'll carry him around. He's been causing little stuff around the flock. And, you know, the dog say, come this way, and this way, bad. And the shepherd said, you won't listen to the dog, and you want to go your own route, but I still got to cover you. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to break your leg, and I'm going to carry you, and then I'm going to mend your leg. I'm going to keep you close to me, because now when you're all fixed up and you're all mended, and when I put you back down, you're going to stay close by my side. See, I don't want the shepherd to have to break me down. I'm talking about the chief shepherd now. I'm talking about Jesus. I don't want him. I used to always tell him when I was in my sin, I used to say, Lord, you ain't got to take my arm. You ain't got to take my eye. Don't put me in an accident, allow me to be in an accident that I'm in a wheelchair just to get my attention to love you. No, I'm going to come. Give me a little time. Let me go. I'm convinced that the reason that this ministry, Christian Enrichment, has been very limited and impotent is because we have not taken the Word of God seriously when it comes to being transformed by the renewing of our mind. See, we want what we want, but we don't want to change to get what we desire. We want to live the way we live we want to live the way we want to live and still want God to bless us. It ain't happening. God ain't rolling like that. He said, if you want my promises, you got to do what I say. If you want my divine protection, you got to follow me and follow my plan. Because he clearly says, I know the plan I have for you. It's not a plan of evil, but of good. And my plan is to prosper you. We missed it. My plan is to what? Prosper. God's plan is to prosper. But then why you got me out here in the wilderness? Because I'm trying to prosper you. Why you got me all by myself? Because I'm trying to prosper you. Why you got me on the bus, on the MTA? Because I'm trying to prosper you. Why am I gotta call Uber? Why I can't get a car? Because I'm trying to prosper you. Because if I give you these things, you will love the thing more than me. I'm almost finished. Our God is a big God, and His plans for us are big. I say. Our God is a big God, and His plans for us are what? He got big plans. We don't serve little God. Confusion, little God. Muhammad, little God. You acknowledging that they're God? Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Buddha. They exist. Shopping. Uh-oh. Alcohol. Crack. Because anything or whatever you use to restore your soul has become your Lord. That's why David said, please, the Lord restores my soul. He leads me in the path of righteousness. He makes me lie down in it. He leads me beside them. That's the one who restores me, the God of all God. And our God, unlike Buddha, is a big. And his son, Jesus, said, herein is Daddy glorified. When we bear much, or when we have much, when we're prospering in the way of righteousness. Pastor, this is a prosperity message, if you want to call it that. Because the devil, or the prince of this world, controls through poverty. I ain't just talking about money. Poverty is an extreme lack. There's a lot of people who have millions of dollars but still suffer from extreme lack. They lack love. They lack peace. See, all your money in the world can't buy you peace. They lack health. See, y'all get caught up on money too much. See, I thank God that I'm not a chaser of money or of things. I told y'all what he told me. Money is only elusive to them that chase it. Y'all out here chasing money, you ain't gonna never catch it. I'm talking money chasers, think about money. You know what I think about? Ministry. No, really. Seriously. I'm always thinking about ministry. Sometimes I come in here and that's the only time money comes into the play, because it's to do ministry. I come in here, yeah, God, now just bless them with another place. Their business is suffering. Bless their business, but bless them elsewhere. I'm not asking God to destroy them. I'm talking about our cleaners. Bless them. Me and the owner, we talk. He said, Adishi, my money, no, it's too slow. I said, too much ting. No, you have to pally with God. He was like, oh, no, God love me. No. He don't love tambane and smoking and drinking. He's like, oh, you always talking. That has nothing to do with my business. Okay. That's what you say. No. Adishi, maybe you think so. No, I'm praying for you that God bless you, your business. But maybe this area no good for you. Maybe you need stand alone. Just a building stand alone. I can't afford. Yeah. Don't say what you can afford. See, that's low life thinking. And I'm talking to a non-believer. So what about you folks in here that come to church every Wednesday, come to church every Sunday, and you still talking about, I can't afford this? Yes, I you can Do I have a hidden agenda? I sure do. I do. I can push these walls all the way back. But I'm still praying for him, his success. Why? Because the world belonged to me. Why? Because I'm dealing with a big God. My God is able to bless him to bless me. I love him. When we let Satan fence us in with his lies, see, we don't think like that. We begin to shrink God's ability in our mind. We can never shrink God's ability, but we can shrink it in our mind. Because God is God is God is God. He said, who shall I tell them sent me? Tell them I am. He didn't just say, tell them God. No, tell them I am. And the Sadducees, yeah, well, we serve Abraham. And Jesus said, well, before Abraham was, I am. He didn't say I came way before. No, before Abraham was, I am. When we let Satan fence us in with his lies, we shrink God down, and his plans to be, they now become impossible for us. See, some of y'all look at the promised land, and instead of seeing the fruit that's on the land, y'all see the giants. All I can see is the giants just stubborn. We look like grasshoppers. They 20 feet tall, and we look like grasshoppers. And instead of looking at the humongous fruit on the land, you looking at the big people. Because the devil got in your mind that you're weak. You can't. Stay away from people that be talking about, I can't. Oh, you can't do that. I see people, hey, Big Dave, how you, man? Everybody that get in my truck talk about how beautiful the truck ride. Said they don't ride like a truck. I said, because I'm a king's kid. I ain't supposed to be riding around like Fred Sanford. Dun, 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 dun. But in order to get me to trust him, I started with Fred. I had my wilderness experience with Fred. I had the springs sticking me in my behind while I'm driving because the seat was raggedy. And then I was tempted to get the engine rebuilt. Y'all don't hear me? Y'all don't hear me? Why? Because I hadn't drank enough of him. I'm still looking at my ability. Oh, God. But see, once I crack, give me that, toss me that one. Once I crack the top, and I start, that was refreshing, God. That word was so refreshing. Okay, now something about to happen. God, whoa, what you talking about? He said, ain't you tired of putting antifreeze in the radiator every morning? Yeah, God, See, he'll give you something to keep you coming to him. Oh, okay. That's how he would. I'm telling you, I'm getting to know him very well. And hear that? Yeah, but you ain't moving. Oh, God, we get all excited. God give us a word. Whoa, yeah. I'm telling you, I'm going to take the mountain. But we ain't moved. Leaving Bible study. Had a good Bible study that night. And the power of God just in here. And I'm driving home, and I heard something go, and every time I drove over 65, I heard. tell you what you do. If you let me make it home and don't let me get stuck on the side of the road, I'll go tomorrow and get me a new car, get me a new truck. I didn't say, Lord, if you bless me with the money. I said, if you just let me get home. Because I'm halfway in between the church and home. So either I'm going to turn around, call my son-in-law and tell him to come get me and take me home, or I'm going to push forward and wherever it falls, leave it. And I was so mad, I was like, I'm going to burn it. I'm going to burn this engine up. And I said, oh, but then I got to get home. So I just drove 65, and then here come the hills. I said, well, I put on my hazards. So folks, don't get behind me. I'm struggling. So as soon as I got home, it was 12:01. I went online. The Lord said, CarMax. Went online. He said, punch in Ford. I did. 6-cylinder. He just kept on telling me. Boom. Then it popped up. Here go the cost. And the devil said, ooh, it only cost this to rebuild the engine. But that's low-life thinking. Oh, y'all missed that. I said, that's what? Low-life thinking. When you start thinking that you can't afford it or that's just too much, the devil said, you know you had a 610 on one, a 590. He talking about my credit. Ain't nobody going to give you no credit. I said, okay. Bless you, Chairman. I said, all right, that's cool. Got on there, found the truck, and the man said, we got to get this from Santa Rosa, California. I said, well, how much it cost? He said, $150. I said, did I blink? He said, we need your credit card. I don't have a credit card. I have a debit card. He said, well, that works. Soon as I gave him my credit card, my debit card number, an hour later, he called me. He said, somebody in my office tried to redirect that card to another dealership. But your debit card was the first one on file. So the truck's coming here. He said, and I'm still fighting with the person because they still trying to get that truck. See, the devil, he wants to keep us from getting what God has for us. But did I hear somebody say the devil is a liar? Long story short, the man who was dealing with me, his name was David. I said, man, your name is my name. My name is your name. We both beloved. Do what you can to get me that truck. He called me. He said, hey, Mr. Sutton, I got a little issue. What? He's like, 3 of the lenders didn't want to, but come get your truck. We'll worry about the lenders later. I said, oh, I'm coming. You don't have to worry about it because that ain't my problem. That's your problem. I'm coming to get the truck. I done paid my $150 down to get it shipped down here. I'm going to pick it up. We picked it up the day that me and my wife, I said, at least they're going to give me $600 for my truck. They gave me $200. And I praise God for that. Didn't I, honey? She was saying, I said, 200. I said, whoa, I got $200 for that. I only bought it for $900. And I used it for 6 months. So I done got double my worth. Pastor, what you said? Then they told me, Mr. Sutton, I got you. But your finance going to be pretty high. I said, I don't care. I'm building my credit up. See, the devil have some of us bound with credit. Finch, I'm trying to help you. But you can't be scared to live. See, you're fenced in because the devil say, your credit ain't this, your credit ain't that. That's all right. I said, okay. Got the truck, paying for it. I pay every month. I'm paying it 10 days ahead of time. Boom, boom. Hey, Dave, man, I got this beautiful Chevy Silverado. New engine, everything. $8,500. $8,500. The devil says, see, if you'd have waited, you could have got that for $8,500. And the Lord said, but it wouldn't have helped your credit. Pastor, I'm still talking about fenced in. How the devil talk to your mind and make you think you're getting a deal when God said, listen, I got you in the wilderness because I want you to trust me. The next day after the Lord turned, Capital One sent me a pre-approved letter. You know, you always get them. You know, then they send you letter of regrets. Hey, you know, I thank you for applying. I ain't the only one in here. Y'all know it. And the Lord said, go upstairs on the internet. Apply. The devil said, you ain't going to get it. You ain't going to get no car. Then I was like, how's that going? You know, in your mind, when the devil started talking to you, you start anticipating failure. I'm just trying to keep it real with y'all. I'm trying to help you stop fencing yourself in. But I said, no. And then I remember, I've been paying my car note 10 days ahead of time. And, you know, I ain't missed a beat. For 5 months, I've been on time. Putting my code on side. My first mindset was, I wonder how much they going to approve me for. Boom. Congratulations. You've been approved. I looked at that limit. I said, see, that's a beautiful start right there. That's a beautiful start. Then another one came. I said, oh, now everybody want to give me some credit. And the Lord said, this one, put your wife on. I said, ooh. And she's standing there with me. Boop, there. Congratulations. And I looked at that limit. I said, you know, I'm pushing fences. Oh, y'all. I'm doing what? I'm pushing fences down. I'm pushing them down. I'm doing what? I'm doing what, Tiffany? I'm pushing them down. Anytime the devil build a fence around me, I push it down. Because he putting up lies in front of me. But the truth said, with God, all things are possible. I got to close. Give me 5 minutes. Give me 5 minutes. The sower soweth the word, and these are by the wayside where the word is sown. But when they have heard, Satan cometh immediately and takes away the word that was sown in their heart. Every time we hear the word of God, Satan comes and steals it from our hearts and minds and sows his own seeds for us to digest or ingest. If we take it in, we believe it. Soon as you take his word in, you believe it. Soon as you speak on his word that he put out there, it's in your life. Oh, you ain't nothing. Real, I know. That's what such and such used to always say to me. I ain't nothing. I must not be. Lie. Let me finish. Oh, yeah. I can finish this. Listen, the bad seed gives Satan power. I say it again. The bad seed gives what? Satan power. When you take, now he done build a fence around you, and you already know it's bad, but you accept it. Now he has power over you. And he has power to move you how he pleases. Oh, I'm almost. And then the bad seed, when he has power, there's no way for you to prosper. But look what 3 John 1 and 2 said. Beloved, I wish above all things that you would prosper and be in health, even as your soul, which houses your thoughts, your will, your emotion, your soul prospers. To root out the bad seed Satan has planted in our hearts and minds, we have to be transformed. We have to transform our thinking through the word of God. Everything that Satan has said you can't, the word says you can. You got to say, no, this is what the word said. I hear what Satan has said. And see, when we start meditating on those things, or when we must not let the word of God depart from our mouth. So every time Satan says something, we speak the word. We speak, no, you're lying. Because the word says. Well, what about this? That's another lie. Because the word says. But you got to know it. You got to meditate on it, because you got to be quick on your feet. Because Satan is so sneaky. He'll just drop a little thought on you. You ain't doing it. Excuse me? Say what? What? I didn't hear you. Come again? Some people think I'm crazy. I'll be talking and I'll be hearing stuff. I say, oh, you must be crazy. I be driving by myself telling them, you done lost your ever-loving entire mind. You think I'm going to receive that when the Bible tells me that greater is he that is in me than he that is in the world? But if you don't believe it, you don't know it, you can't overcome it. You can't be an overcomer without the word. Tell your neighbor, say, neighbor, you got to have it to fight with it. Because if you're just swinging in air, you can't fight the devil with this flesh and blood. He's a spirit. How many of you who read the word and you get so sleepy, you just start reading the word, and you just but see, in the world, you could party all night, go and get 1 hour sleep, and work 8 hours. Or you can always find something to do when the word is going forth. You can always find a reason not to come to Sunday school, not to come to brotherhood, not to come to sisterhood. Yeah, it's always, you know what? See, I need everything that God has for me. Everything. I can't last on just a word a week. How many can last? How many fill up just once a week? Your car. Because you ain't going nowhere. No, you don't know. No, it's true. If you only fill your car up once a week, it's because you don't go nowhere. You go boom to boom, boom to boom, boom to boom, boom to boom. You see the same thing? Oh. You see the same thing because you go to the same place. You go the same route. I know, sister, I know. Well, I don't drive. Well, maybe you should. Because, it get late at night. Okay, well, why don't you start driving somewhere and coming home at dusk so you can get home at night? Instead of, well, it's looking a little too dark for me to go because I don't drive at night. You fenced in. That means God can't use you at night unless you got a ride. Oh. Oh, you don't get no pass. I want God to be able to. I don't want no restrictions on God to use me. But you know what? We make all kind of excuses not to do the will of God. But let your friend call. Hey, we meeting at such and say, oh, okay. What time? You hear me preaching? We make up some silly excuses. People really make excuses not to come to church. Here I am, fresh off of an injury. I'm on crutches and people telling me, stay home, Pastor. I would love to stay home if my spirit man would let me. I'm talking physically. I would love to lay up and say, you know what, it's my knee and I can't walk, but my spirit man is so hungry that it calls me, get up, boy, get up. If we walking, we going. People say, Pastor, no, you just relaxing. I would love not to have preached that Sunday. But my spirit man, no, we can't sit back. I don't care if I have to preach in a chair, which I did. Pastor, I feel a little cold coming on, so I'm going to stay in. Stand up, Sister Turtle. Stand up. She got a mask on today, but she here. I'm just trying to stop making excuses for failing to assemble yourself as a manner of some is. That's offense. That's why you can't grow, because you can't go beyond the fences in your life. I'm always kicking stuff down. No, yeah, I was pitiful for them 8 days my wife was away. Pitiful. And y'all laughing at me. Look, Pastor looks so pitiful. That's all right. I love my baby. And 8 days is too long for her to be away from me. I would wonder, well, you got a break. What you talking about break? That's my woman. That's my one. I'm one with her. When I'm reaching over and she ain't there, I ain't sleeping. Why? Because God set it up like that. I'm no longer twain, I'm one. You try sleeping without your ear. Try sleeping without your leg attached. And you so used to, oh, y'all don't hear. Stop being fenced in. Stop looking for an excuse not to come to Bible study. Because all you're doing, you're feeding into the lies of Satan. You're ingesting. You too sick. You too tired. Relax. I bet you if that job calls and tell you, hey, it's triple time today. We got to renew our minds the way we think. I'm serious. Y'all too shallow. Oh, I'm talking to CEC. Visitors, you ain't no visitors. Y'all ain't no visitors. Brother Hicks, just bear with me today. I'm talking to the church. Y'all too shallow. Y'all ankle deep. And been walking in ankle deep water trying to swim. And every time you do like this, you just hit the bottom. So you ain't going nowhere. You just waiting. Y'all like kids in the pond. Push out in the deep. You will find that swimming is very helpful. Healthful. Trusting God is very healthful. Always so everything. Well, I can't do this. Well, I can't do. Listen, that's why your life is impotent. There's no growth. There's no fruit. Producing nothing. Always year after year, same place. Same thing. Same place. Same thing. Still looking for a herk and a jerk. Still looking for a prayer line. And Pastor, can you pray? No, I ain't praying. When are you going to stop praying? When are you going to walk in your faith? Stand up, Sister Torsha. I'm going to give her testimony. Her and her husband, Billy, come here, because this is what I'm closing with before communion. Her and her husband, I got so sick of his belly aching. No, this is my boy. And he'll tell you, I get so sick of him chasing money. And Dave, bro, I got to do this. And D, relax. Man, D, you don't understand. I said, okay, Lord, bless me. No, this is my prayer. Bless me so I can be able to show him how he should walk before you. This is my boy. High school, came up, everything, through and through. And it gets on my last nerve, always, D, I got to go get it. D, I got to go get this. I got to, D, every job, man. Well, I said, D, stop putting your bids based on your need. It ain't good, man. You losing too much. And then I got to, man, if I can get this job. And I said, D, that ain't no way to live. And the Lord said, tell him you're going to show him. I said, I'm going to show you. Brought him to work with me. He starts saying, we start doing, D, how much? When D, don't talk about no money. Oh, there he is. He's sitting right there. And this is his wife. D, don't talk to me about no money. I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you how you going to make money every day and you ain't got to chase nothing. You ain't got to wake up. I want you to experience not having to wake up running to look for some money. Because money is only elusive to them that chase. I told him. Okay, D, I'm going to trust you. Trust the God in me. I told him, trust the God in me. We start working. And he kept saying, well, I know this can't last. I said, see, wrong attitude. Oh, there he is. He'll start, well, I know no job like this lasts forever. So I said, D, I don't sacrifice the big for the little. Every day is a teaching. It's a teaching moment. And then, not only that, I live this life. This is the life I live every day, day in. But he only saw me in the pulpit. He only heard me teaching about it. But he never actually saw it in action. He wasn't raised in the church. But then he starts seeing, like, D, man, man, do you know this last 3 weeks I woke up, I had good sleep, and he starts saying, and then listen, wait. Then as we began, kept on, it's being consistent. I said, now, D, let me share something with you. You want to keep this portal open, you got to start tithing. He said, man, I was just telling Torsha, you know what, babe? I got to start tithing now. I'm in a place now, we all caught up, and she wasn't working. But then I said, you know what? It's time for us to pray for Torsha to get a job. Me and D, we on the job talking about his wife. Hey, man, it's time for us to pray for Torsha. D, she got an interview at Lowe's. Really? Guess what? My niece is the hiring officer. Wait a minute. She went on a Saturday, got the job Saturday, started that next week. Wait a minute. 2 weeks into the job, her supervisor comes to her, hey, I want you to apply for this promotion. And I'm like, what? Already? And we just going on, and but that had nothing to do with it yet. 2 weeks after that, they come, there's another promotion that we want you to go after. I said, another one? You see them fences kicking down? Been without a job for how long? 2 years. But trusting God, came to me and said, Pastor, listen, Damone is a member, but I never did new members class. I need to be a part of this totally. And then, what is it, Tuesday or Wednesday? Well, we was on the roof, and Wednesday, we on the roof working, and hey, you know, I know when D talks to her, hey, you on my clock. Tell Torcia, tell my sister, hey, get off her. Said, but D, she's telling me something. I said, well, put her on speaker. No, D, we on the roof working. He got her on speaker. Babe, guess what? What? They done asked me to go for this other promotion. 3 promotions. It started with consistency. I said it started with what? Consistency. Ooh, God is so awesome. He did it for her. He'll do it for any one of us. See, he used the crazy stuff to everybody at the job asking her, how you do that? And she just. But what they don't fail to realize, her gift is customer service. So her smiling at work all day is just who she is. God will bless you in what he has gifted you with. I'm going to say that because, see, I got a few witnesses. I said God will bless you with what he gifted you with. God is awesome. Go on, sit down, baby. Go on. I want you to know we serve a big God. We serve a big God. What is it, June 12th? June 12th? 17? No. June 15th. My son-in-law and his wife will close escrow on their first house. I told y'all he came to me, Pop, I'm ready to get me a place, even if I had to get my own apartment.